We'll watch the Indiana Fever in this one as they go up against the New York Liberty. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Zuniga. We're glad to have you along for the ride. All right, if you had to choose one player to start a franchise with, who are you taking?
Honestly, this is going to surprise you maybe, but this is an easy one for me. It's A'ja Wilson. She's the force in the league right now, the two-time defending champion.
Oh, I agree. 2 MVPs, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and she's still in her prime. A'ja Wilson could get even better.
Here's Febish. To the inside. Here's Jones. That one, no good. Aaliyah Boston with some nice defense there. Now here's Bonner. She's guarded closely. Left side, Howard. Back to Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots.
What a skillful play by Kelsey Mitchell, ensuring she gets the shot off while drawing a foul.
Kelsey. First trip to the free throw line for her in this
2
one.
shots.
First one falls for her.
And, you know, even before coming to the WNBA, Kelsey Mitchell was an established star. When she finished her college career, she was second all-time in points.
And good on the second, so she makes both. Well, New York won that 2020 lottery, and their prize, man, it was a great one. Sabrina Ionescu.
Well, she was the first piece, right? And she endured some tough times. But her talent and overall play helped attract Breanna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, and other key players.
Now here's Clark. Bonner outside. Pass to Mitchell. Boston. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Rebounded by the Fever. Mitchell outside. Clark outside. Boston outside. And it's off from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D's, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
A shot like that is in Stewart's comfort zone. And that's just a result of her determination and really more so her confidence.
Now here's Mitchell. The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
You know what? I don't care how far from the bucket she is. You've got to have a defender on her. She's just too good from long range.
Here's Febish. It's a 5-point game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter. Bonner's shot is good.
There's so many ways she can score. Bonner can operate in the paint. Her physical abilities help with that.
Pass to Stewart. Febish. Bonner defending. And here's Ionescu.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The floater. And Clark pulls it down. So it's Indiana now. Boston up top. Back to Clark. Bonner. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Now here's Cloud. hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. New York, no good that time either. The Fever leading. Mitchell, shot's good.
Just a strong finish through contact. Kelsey Mitchell refusing to be out-muscled. I love to see that kind of physicality from her.
Now here's Cloud. Ionescu outside. And again, it's the Liberty missing. And here's Indiana. Down low. Pass to Boston. To the middle. Here's Clark. Makes it off the glass.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're still in the first quarter.
And it hasn't been just about their scoring, Tim. They're playing tremendous defense, too.
Well, Brian, you got to give it up for the coach as well. This game plan has been perfect.
Cloud outside. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. It's good from long range. From deep three-point range. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Fever ahead, up 8. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter 2. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
Some great defense on their part so far in this one.
They've really worked well as a unit to help on drives and rotations.
New York trailing here. Outside, Sabali. Pass to Davis. Cloud outside. That's in, and she found her range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Love the take from Cloud right there. Not letting the defense deter her.
One of the key cogs in Washington's 2019 title run, Cloud.
I mean, she was huge. The Mystics get their first title with Cloud as the starting point guard. He's a bona fide clutch player, someone you want on the floor in big moments.
And this is her first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the W is always looking at new rules and ways to make the game better. They added a reset timeout this year.
Yeah, I love it. You can use it to advance the ball. However, you can't go to the sideline to huddle.
Yeah, so it's a super short break. It keeps the game moving, and it challenges coaches in how they communicate to players.
So she picks up just 1 from the line that time.
At the free throw line, Dantas is one of the better shooting bigs, so you have to be smart when defending her.
Yes, it's good. Here's the Fever with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Hole. Dantas, guarded by Jones. Clark outside. The rebound by Burke. And so it's New York with it. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Some solid defense from Damiris Dantas. Here's the Fever with the ball, leading by 5. Over to the left wing. Now Colson. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Good on the bucket.
Good move to create a gap in the defense and get to the bucket for an easy 2.
Timeout called for Liberty.
Yeah, I think the coach could be trying to just get a break in action to clear their heads. They've gone ice cold, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to give them a quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget all the missed shots we've been seeing.
And maybe refocus a bit.
Here's Cloud. Pass to Burke. Davis with it. 4 on the clock. Burke. And just a poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for her. Here's Clark. And here's Colson. Pass to Hole. Too long in the paint, and she's hit with a 3-second violation. She'll be shooting her first free throw of the game.
Sophie Cunningham. 1 shot.
And so she hits the technical free throw.
And Sophie Cunningham has joined the trend of WNBA stars broadcasting in the offseason.
Does a great job. She was on the Suns broadcast last year, able to break down the game so well because, well, Sophie is also playing basketball at the highest level.
Here's Colson. From deep. Indiana again missing. And so it's New York with it. 8-point game. Here's Davis. Out to the right wing. Pass to Cloud. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by Colson. Now here's Cunningham. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Colson from past the arc.
The basket good off the assist from Sophie Cunningham.
I like the decision there by Cunningham.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Davis.
She's covered by Cunningham.
Here's Jones. And there's a call on Sabali. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So both teams changing it up here. So it's Indiana now. Hull with the ball. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Honor, no good. Here's New York now. They trail by 11. Davis. And she drops in the layup off glass.
It's nice to see elite scorers like Stewart create for others because despite her skill set, she understands it's a team game.
Now here's Howard. Pass to Mitchell. Takes the three. Rebounded by Davis. And the Liberty with possession here. Here's Stewart. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
Mitchell outside. Now Bonner. Releases. No good from outside. And here's Davis. Outside Sabali. Pass to Ionescu. Bangs home the trifecta.
They really set Ionescu up for success there. Perfectly positioned with a good look at the hoop.
Now here's Mitchell. She's got 7. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
He can't hit that time. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far.
The Indiana
Fever on top. They lead by 4. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. One of the stories here, Mitchell getting it done today.
Well, guys, what she gives this team is an edge. She lights up an arena when she gets going. In the first half, she had it going.
And she doesn't just give them an edge. She gives them a confidence that they otherwise wouldn't have. And I just see her as a special player that the team loves having around.
And it's been a back-and-forth game with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter getting started here. Loud outside. Ionescu. Count that one.
A popular topic in WNBA circles, player rights.
Yeah, the league has made some major strides in terms of freedom of movement, free agency, and also off-the-floor benefits.
Plus, we've seen salary increases, so it's been great to see these advances the last few years.
Now here is Stewart. Pass to Phoebish. Ionescu. Stewart with the ball. For the tie. And that one drops. It's a tie ball game.
And they finally fought all the way back to even the score. We've got a whole new ball game.
Yeah, and they've got all the momentum in the world right now after that comeback, so you just have to like their chances the rest of the way.
Wand of honor for 3. The rebound by the Liberty. Loud outside. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Offensive rebound. Stewart with the bucket.
What a hustle play by Stewart. Picks up the trash and puts it in the can. She has such a motor.
Pass to Boston. Bonner. Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the
3
assist.
points.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
And the Liberty call time here. The #1 overall pick in 2016, Breanna Stewart continues to be a big-time player in the W.
Well, her transition from Connecticut to the WNBA was seamless. She won Rookie of the Year and established herself as a star right from the jump. Now, as a veteran, Stewie remains one of the most dominant players in the league.
Both teams making substitutions here. Cloud outside. Back to Ionescu. And the rebound goes to the Fever. Now Mitchell. 7 points in the game. And it's blocked by Sabrina Ionescu.
What a display of timing and awareness from Ionescu. She was ready for that block.
Pass to Cloud. Ionescu. She's covered by Mitchell. Shoots the three. Ionescu misses.
Not a whole lot going down for her. She can't catch a break.
And the layup's good off the glass.
You'll see her hit from very deep, but she isn't a one-trick pony. Mitchell has the skills plus toughness to score inside, too.
Now here is Ionescu. 8 points for her. Mitchell grabs the board.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right now. She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick out the pass and get the assist.
Cloud outside. Pass to Jones. To the paint. Here's Ionescu. The basket good off the assist from Jonquel Jones.
Plays so tough inside. Ionescu will not back down.
Mitchell, shots good.
That's where you like your shots to come from.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now here is Ionescu. She's covered by Mitchell. Ionescu up top. She's got 10. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Burke. She tries for 3. And the rebound goes to the Fever. Here's Mitchell. Here's Dantas. And no good. Good work defensively by Breanna Stewart. Here's Burke. Bonner defending. The layup off target. Here's Mitchell. And she makes good on the layup.
This is why Kelsey Mitchell is in the WNBA. She can carry a team offensively, have huge nights, and put on a show.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Burke. And again, it's the Liberty missing. Pass to Bonner. Dantas with it. Guarded by Jones. And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. The third quarter comes to a close. The Fever on top, up by 7. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
And with the accuracy to go along with that vision, she put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That is how you orchestrate.
Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Fever with the lead. Pass to Howard. And here's Boston. The three. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist.
Well, Kelsey Mitchell sometimes has that shoot-first mindset, but she's also always willing to make the next pass.
Now Burke. Outside Stewart. Cloud with it. From deep. Howard with the rebound. Bonner with it. And it's out of bounds to the Fever as Indiana retains possession. Here's Clark. The three from Kelsey Mitchell. Can't get it done. It's her fifth miss and 10 shots from the floor. Cloud outside. Pass to Jones. Cloud. Just 5 to shoot. Rejected by DeWanna Bonner.
Because of Bonner's defensive instincts, she's able to see and swat opponents' shot attempts.
Up top, Clark. Bonner gets it to go from downtown.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Stewart. Over Howard. Stewart with the bucket.
What a move. Watching Stewart doing things like that, you can forget she's 6'4".
Now a timeout called by Indiana. What you gotta love about Stewie, she's a flat-out winner at every single level.
Yeah, she led Connecticut to 4 consecutive national championships. She's won multiple gold medals, WNBA Finals MVP in 2018 and 2020. I mean, what more can you ask for?
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Mitchell outside. Goes back up.
Boston with the bucket.
Timeout.
That's a great play in the glass, and for her, it's what really we expect from her. All her second chance points do not come by accident.
Timeout called the Liberty. You know, one of the areas Aaliyah Boston really shines is on the glass.
Yeah, she is an efficient rebounder. And as we all know, rebounds often win or lose games. Then you add in Boston's offensive efforts, and she really is a big contributor to team success.
And the Liberty with possession here. It's a 13-point game. Stewart up top. That's tipped. Inside. Bonner can't hit. Now here is Stewart. She's guarded closely.
Caitlin Clark pulls it in.
Here's the Fever with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Let's go with a three. And it's Brianna Stewart with the rebound.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
That one is good again. He is 6 for 8 from the floor with that basket.
Making it look so effortless. Once Stewart gets rolling, she's like an avalanche on offense.
Now here's Clark. She's covered by Cloud. Bonner outside. There's the triple. Indiana again missing. And so it's New York with it. They trail by 11. Pass to Burke. Now the Fever moving it up. Mitchell outside. Dewana Bonner on the wing. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist.
3 points.
They are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's just putting it mildly, Tim. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on their opponents with the triple.
And there's no better time, Brian, to hit threes than in the fourth quarter.
Now here's Clark. She's covered closely. Pass to Bonner.
Here's Boston.
Guarded by Jones.
Boston inside.
Working on Jones. Dewana Bonner for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to the spurt that they're having.
And why put on the brakes now, Tim? I say just keep on firing.
Man, Brian, you want to run up the score?
Bird. Not going to go that time. And great defense that time from Kelsey Mitchell. Clark outside. Pass to Bonner.
Now Boston. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell.
Bonner with it. Just 4 to shoot. Lets the three fly. Dewana Bonner missing again. And here's Cloud. And so it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says an awful lot about this team.
Yeah, Blake, I guess they don't need home cooking, like, you know, you're cooking from your mom, to feel at home. Just a masterful performance all around for them.
And that'll wrap it up.